Differences between English, Japanese, Dutch box hedge. Although these plants are fairly similar, they do have some different features that you might want to consider when choosing the right box hedge for your garden. There are plenty of choices when it comes to choosing the right box hedge for your garden. Among the most common are English, Japanese, and Dutch box hedge plants. All three of these species have numerous similarities, but they also have a number of subtle differences that are considering worth considering. Similarities. Here are, here are some features that these box plants have in common. Suitable for colder climates. All three species of these box plants will grow happily in colder climates. In fact, the Dutch box is actually a dwarf variety of the English box. Therefore, it requires similar growing conditions. Pruning requirements. All three species require regular pruning to keep them in shape and to promote nice dense growth. They all have small glossy green leaves that respond well to using hedge clippers. This means that they can be tightly clipped and even shaped into topiaries. Because the Japanese box is a faster grower than the other two species, you might find that it also needs pruning more often. Main differences. Because the Japanese box is a faster grower than the other two species, you might find that it also needs pruning more often. Here are some of the most notable differences between the three species. Sun or shade. Both English and Japanese box plants can tolerate growing in full sun. On the other hand, both English and Dutch box plants will also accept a fully shaded position. Maximum height. English box can reach a maximum height of around 1.2 meter. Dutch box can reach a height of 60 centimeter. Japanese box can reach a maximum height of 2 meters. Recommended plant spacing. English box plants should be spaced around 40 to 60 centimeter apart. Dutch box plants should be spaced only 30 centimeter apart. Japanese box plants can be spaced around 30 to 40 centimeter apart. Foliage color and shape. While both English and Dutch box have fairly dark green leaves, Japanese box has lighter green leaves and they can be closer to lime green. The leaf shape are also slightly different. While English box has longish leaves with a pointed tip, both Dutch and Japanese box plants have leaves that are shorter and rounded. Fast growing. Of all the three species, the Japanese box is the fastest grower and will grow the tallest. English box is also considered a fast growing hedge plant but not as fast as Japanese box. Even though the Dutch box is a dwarf variety of the English box, it is far slower growing than the other two species. Suitable for coastal conditions. Only the Japanese box is considered suitable for coastal conditions and soils. Drought tolerance. Of all the three species, the Japanese box is the only one considered drought tolerant. Both English and Dutch box plants require adequate moisture and will need supplemental watering during periods of dry weather. Therefore, the Japanese box will handle warmer climates. Choosing a box hedge for your garden. Although these box plants are fairly similar, they do have some different features that you might want to consider when choosing the right box hedge for your garden. Where you live. If you live in the southeastern parts of Australia, you can easily grow any one of the three species. You might find that the plants will branch off over winter in colder region, but they will green up again when the weather warms up. For people who live further north and have a tropical or subtropical climate, the Japanese box is your ideal choice because it does not mind higher temperatures and humidity. Similarly, because the Japanese box is drought tolerant, once established, it's also suitable for the drier region of South and Western Australia. How tall do you want your hedge to be? If you are looking for a relatively low hedge that is under 60 centimeter, then you can select any of the three species. However, for a taller hedge, you should consider either in English or Japanese box. Growth rate: if you want a fast growing hedge, then you should definitely choose the Japanese box as this is considered a fast grower. Bear in mind though that because of its fast growth, it will need pruning more often than the other two species. Growing position. The other thing you need to consider is where you intend to grow your hedge in your garden. For a spot that will be receiving all full sun all day, consider either a Japanese or an English box hedge, with the former being the preferred variety for this positioning. However, for part or full shaped position, you can safely plant either an English or Dutch box hedge. Thank you. Please subscribe, like, comments, or share.